Hello, my name is Ashley Scher. I'm the founder and CEO of Share Love Fund. Today we're going to explore section 1.41 of the Bhagavad Gita. Section 1.41 reads as follows. And impiety spreads, the women become unchaste, and the family is corrupted. This causes the intermingling of castes. The intermingling of castes, don't do that. I say that facetiously, but that was a big deal at the time. Nowadays, we think that that is a positive thing. But basically what this passage is talking about is sometimes after a war, or I think commonly in the contents of a war, when the men go to fight, nobody is there to protect the women, and there is a lot of rape. Sadly, even in Ukraine, there is so much rape. So this is like actually like a real problem that happens with war. I don't have the answers, and by no means am I an expert, and I only just have little bits of information, and I apologize for any misinformation. So I'm trying to learn more about this issue, and I'm not trying to impose any beliefs, but basically I think that most people will agree on a factual basis that there is a correlation between rape, which we can look at this text where it says the women become unchaste. There's a correlation between like rape and war. And so Arjuna is saying like, listen, please don't make me fight this war because I don't want to fight my cousins. And then he says later, like, you know what? Isn't this war about getting our kingdom back? Guess what? I don't really care about land. I don't need land or material things. Then he tries to argue further to get out of fighting. Like, Krishna, wait, isn't killing people bad? I don't want to be a sinner. Like, don't make me fight this war because even though the people I'm fighting against are bad, I don't want to be bad by killing people. And so then that hasn't really convinced Krishna to get him out of this. So now he's saying, but Krishna, for the sake of the chastity of the women, don't let us fight this war because this is going to have a foreseeable consequence of an increase of rapes. So for the women, please let's not fight the war. And so basically this is talking about the perils of the aftermath of the war. And, the take of it is, the takeaway is kind of like two wrongs don't make a right. So not rooting out evil isn't going to help the women in the long run either. So the idea is that sometimes we just have to be present in the moment. If we think too far ahead, then it gets overwhelming. Like, for example, let's say you are applying for college. If you and maybe you need to like take the SAT, if you tell yourself like, you know what, if I take the SAT and I get into college, then college is going to be expensive and college will be hard, and then I'll have to get a job after college, and then I'll have student loans, and then I'll have to live on my own in an apartment and pay student loans. Like, if you think it too much, then it will become self-defeating, and then you think, oh heck, I can't even study for the SAT because I can't handle all that pressure. So if I've lost some people with that explanation, I apologize. To kind of like reel it back, thinking about too many steps at a time is overwhelming. So sometimes if you have something really hard, it helps to break it up into small tasks, and then you can just address the matter at hand. Arjuna, in this example, he's probably right. He's probably right that after a war, rapes are going to increase. However, we don't know the future, and right now, he has a problem. Villains are ruling the kingdom, and it's his job to fix that. So he needs to focus on his job right now, and if doing that job right now is going to lead to something undesirable happening in the future, then that's too bad. But the bottom line is we truly do not know the future. So surprises happen. We should just do the best at each moment, and that sort of builds the staircase to set us up for success in the future. But if we think about what if this, what if that, then it can actually be incapacitating, because we just we can't, like, if you think of it as sort of like being an octopus, like if you have like a finger or a limb in each of these different pots, you're not focused. And when you're not focused, you're spread thin. And when you're spread thin, you're not present. And when you're not present, you're not doing your best work. So if Arjuna just kind of does his job, then he can fix the next problem when he's done with this job. Namaste.